Hey guys, Type here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Moscow Outskirts. Actually spawning in the north with ps3YES playing as Soviets. We have shock rifle frontline, mechanized support, and guard mode coordination. Team up with him is gardening lelic playing as Soviets also as tank hunters, Soviet industry, and guard mode coordination. Facing off against them in the south with dirty finisher playing as OKW, immediately going for elite armored. And USA not playing as USA, playing as Ostheer, who has Jaeger infantry, Jaeger armor, and Blitzkrieg. Good thing that we don't have a USA player in the game, otherwise that would probably get quite confusing, wouldn't it? Anyway, rankings here. Allies random team, rank one player around rank 40, the other around rank 50. Axis arranged team around mid-70s.
Penal troops are standing by.
Double tier 1 start. You don't see this too often. One player going for the double combat engineer style, the other going for, call it my style. Straight into the penals. No extra combat engineer.
Strafwacht needs orders.
But yeah, it's a little bit strange to see double tier 1. You know, you can see like the base splats in the fog war, so you can see if the OKW players on your side of the map. Make that assessment if you want to go for tier 1, so you can use the clown car against them. So we're going to have double clown cars though, so see how they get on. So I think it's pretty reasonable on this map, especially during these early phases. It's enough width to really get some good value out of the M3. And actually will be very, very good against Dirty Finisher, who's going for the 2-2-1. Personally, I'm not a fan of the 2-2-1 against Soviet Tier 1 because it just loses the head-to-head straight away. And even if you upgrade to the 2-2-3 later on, get the extra armor, they can just put a PTRS squad inside the M3 and then chase it down very, very easily. So I feel like it's a losing proposition, especially against the double Soviet Tier 1. And just in general, I'm also just not a big fan of it against conscripts either. Because you can't really like abuse the damage from it by driving in close against them. They could just have the anti-tank grenades quite early on. And the URA plus anti-tank grenade means that you have to move around with the 2-2-1 too much to get good value out of it. Double M3's bullying this back. They stop short of the flank emplacements.
Has been set. The static post is now in operation.
Bit of long range damage in there. And is taking cover. Cycling out the penals now. Maybe going to switch the combat engineers into that one next. Could go for a combat engineer here as well. 2-2-1 on the far side. Can upgrade to the 2-2-3 already. Hasn't put that upgrade on yet though. Penals down the far end. Maybe they're going to take some damage. We do have a Shrek squad to escort the 2-2-1. Keep it a bit safer if the M3 decides to come down this direction. Pushing here. Decent amount of damage onto the penals. The Shrek squad is indeed keeping that 2-2-3 safe for the moment. Another one flushing the MG out of the building. Maybe could push onto the cutoff Pretty good territory control so far from the Allies, off to a strong start with the double tier 1. Strategies can fall off later in the match though. And at the moment they're going pretty hot. And once the 222 arrives, things will start to turn around though for the Axis. And here it comes actually. It's a very fast 222. USA, USA, USA. Very well timed. Chasing down, might pay to jump the combat engineers out so he doesn't risk losing them. And we've got one model, but I do remember you've got your troop transport selected, you can drop them out on the move by selecting the vehicle, then hitting tab to select the squad inside like this, and then right clicking to get out. On the move drop-offs like that, very, very helpful. If you see your troop transport about to die, don't want to risk losing the whole thing inside.
Back up to full force. Retreat!
But yeah, good start there for the 222. Clean pick off. Now a pack coming out next for USA. Still probably too early for a T-70 to be hitting the field. So not too far off honestly for ps3YES. That's showing how strong the Allied fuel control has been so far.
Engineer standing by. Supply lines have been cut.
Heavy mortar out. Both players going for guard motor coordination. One going for the heavy mortar, one going for the guards. TRS squad. Penals for gardening lelic. Oh boy, the 223 died at some stage. Oh, where did that happen? I apologize. Not entirely sure, but it's dead. So yeah, as you can see, till you finish it, didn't really get too much done with it. So I rate that as a do not buy. Went up against Soviet Tier 1. You can tell that pretty easily, right? Because they're going to have penals out well before you can start production on the 221. Oh wow, that's a really long Shrek. Bit of damage in. Gardening Lelic now feeling quite a lot. Could be time to bring out the second combat engineer now. Go for a sweeper squad. Get the T3 tech coming online. Also is Vet 2 on this now, so it has access to cap. Doesn't have to leave this on the front lines if he doesn't want to, can use it to harass territory instead. Especially because Dirty Finisher doesn't have any light vehicle himself to chase it down. Wait for a battle group instead of mechanized. So no looks is going to come hunting. Should be relatively safe on the flanks. T-70 wrapping around the side here. Didn't get too much done though, packs there. Still can allow the cap of the fuel again. This is actually pushing all the way in on the heavy mortar here. Crossing that off. And then another deep push by the penals into here. You have to be careful though sometimes. Opponent could bring their blob into your retreat path. For the wipe they're pretty healthy, but you have to calculate your retreat conservatively because of that. A lot of damage here. It doesn't look like Dirty Finish is watching. Trying to go for the wipe like I was talking about. And as is often the case, while going for the wipe, you get tunnel vision and you lose focus on your own units. And then you suffer a wipe. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me pretty much every time I play. Every like 3 hour or so stream will happen once, I'd say. But yeah, if you notice like, oh man, something's going exceptionally well for me, it's probably going exceptionally poorly for you on another side of the map. Oh, nice attack round there from Dirty Finisher, like hoping that the Shrek would scatter. Low percentage play, but would have got the kill if it had come off. Would have been just enough damage to kill the T-70 there. Just left this penal inside the building, by the way. But I mean, it's got up to Vet 1 now. Just camped out. It's been doing a good job holding onto the territory. This wire off on the sandbags working out really well. ps3YES. But yeah, it's not too bad to come up to this side of the building. Only one window. Which is not going to be super effective for penals at least. LMG Grenadiers can make good use of that. Penals need all 6 of their rifles to be firing. Just heavily back up to full strength now. Got a 4th Grenadier from USA. Busy over here. Pack is quite close. Does have the squad inside the building, so probably can see that with the T-70. That's why he's playing evasively, trying to hide behind the building for the moment, focusing on the machine gun. I'm going to take one hit from the pack here. Does force away the MG. Base coming up over here. Interesting position. It's not really covering too much. I feel like it's kind of putting it at risk for not much reward, honestly. Ooh, heartbreak of a Dirty Finisher does not kill the M3. A1, and it's actually quite good line of sight on the M3A1. So keeping it alive is quite an asset, honestly. That's one thing that, you know, I've been playing a little bit, a few strategies, and keeping alive to escort your sniper is actually quite handy now that snipers have lower sight range. M3 sniper combo can kind of be quite powerful because of that. Classic, coming around the long way instead of just jumping into this door. It's because when you give the move order like that, they try to get into the closest door, which the guards were down here, was this one. Just it was also blocked by a fence. So, a little bit slow jumping inside. Over's out now though for Dirty Finish, and this when the tide can start to turn. Penal's actually not very well vetted up yet, not even vet 2. It's kind of where you want to be when you start facing it against the Obers, because that will close up that veterancy gap very quickly, since they just do so much damage. Made into the retreats. Reasonable connection too. Should get away alive, but it will be a close one. T-70 repairing up on the far side. Do have a ZIS out for ps3YES. To go for tier 2 as well. And here we are, getting a connection. Whoops. Bad camera work there from me. Just jumping inside the church, trying to stall for a touch longer. So community is on the run though, and ps3 is starting to bleed quite a lot and starting to concede some territory. Now these grenadiers are all, you know, vet 2 with the LMGs basically. Things can get a little bit harder. Start hitting like a truck at that stage. Tier 4 coming up now, though, from Gardening Lelic. Still has a lot of manpower spare, even after starting this tank. But, you know, has a reasonable composition. Could maybe go for a squad of guards next. This pack trying to kill the wire. Let's try and kill the church. Interesting. I feel like the church is maybe more to USA's favor here. Given that, you know, he's got the LMGs, got the MG42. Good inside it. Alright. Command tank out. The USA. ps3YES hasn't got tier 4 down yet, so still a long way off. A tank to answer this. USA could have gone for like a sturdier tank, could have gone for like a regular Panzer 4. So I'd say is generally a more conservative way to play. Oh boy. T70 in some trouble. Enough damage from these incendiary rounds to try and back towards the ZIS, but it's not enough. Tank abusing this building, staying behind it, staying safe from the ZIS, and now the ZIS under a lot of pressure. Triple LMG Grenadiers coming through this gap, and they are chopping it down very, very quickly. The Penals focused on the machine gun, get the decro on that, but now they're completely helpless against the Panzer IV command tank. Ooh, when it gets a nasty hit, that could be a penal wipe, and it is almost a complete collapse there for ps3YES. Perhaps not fully respecting the command tank and paying the price dearly. Setting up the machine gun here, but this could backfire. Those LMG Grenadiers do end up getting suppressed, but they've still got a good amount of frontal damage. Pushed by their own command tank. LMG trying to hold on, but it's still so many squads. And they do end up getting the decrew. Guards try and jump back on top of it, and will they get away with it? A couple squads coming out of suppression now. No. Wow, that was a horror show for ps3YES. Lost what, 2 penals? Machine gun, anti-tank gun, 1 combat engineer as well, I think. It's about as bad as it could have gone. But yeah, I don't think there was enough respect. Oh, trouble for the T-34-85. For the command tank there. And maybe a little bit too focused on the machine gun. Not focused enough on saving his own anti-tank gun. From the Raketen. T-34-85 does survive. And that's going to be the Sturm Tiger for a dirty finisher. Terror squad has not finished off the Raketen. There it goes now. Now on the move. But man, that's going to be a pretty powerful combination. Sturm Tiger with the aura from the Panzer IV command tank. It's going to have a huge amount of effective health. We have double fuel caches down by Gardening Lelic, by the way. Didn't mention that earlier. Second T-34-85 on the field. Did they see or hear the Sturm Tiger? If they did, this is definitely the wrong choice, T-35. Should be the option to just, you know, blast away at this, start fitting it up. But yeah, how the tides have turned now. It's quite one-sided in favour of the Allies, but with all those losses from ps3YES, complete role reversal now. Sturm Tiger just coming in full disrespect. Going for a base shot. We do have the 85 coming in. Got the guards there for some button action. We've got the marked vehicle coming in. T-34 does not get on the rear of the Sturm Tiger. This T-34-85 in some trouble. It's around the side of the Raketen. Trick. Raketen spins around. Blocked from the command tank attempt at least. Busting on cooldown now. T-34-85 desperate for the kill. I think he still needs to penetrate twice. No! Gets the kill on the Sturm Tiger. Does lose one T-3485 for the trouble, but overall, pretty good trade, I would say, for the Allies. As long as this survives, and it should. Orange green blob is nasty, though. 4 of them, and there goes the heavy cover. Now the guard's exposed. Dropping very quickly. Oh, good heavy mortar strike, though. Here goes the 222. T-3485 could be in some trouble. Pack doesn't get another shot off, though. And is he going to stay on top of it? We do have a Panzer IV coming out now. So this could backfire for ps3YES, and this time, going to play it safe. Going to pull back. Oh, the machine gun's still down here. Could recrew that. Currently busy capping. And the Allies are quite far behind on the VPs now. 40 and 50, and draining out very, very quickly over the last 3 or so minutes. Very poor territory control for them. Oh, this could be nasty on the overs. Oh, not quite getting the crush going. Crushing 1. Putting 3 models quite easily there. Guys inside the building have to be careful. That building's very low. He's got 4 units. 4 units. How does he allow that to happen? The planes coming in. What are they targeting, though? Very strange. Oh, T-3485 speeding down the road, finds the Panzer IV. Does have the command tank buff, though, so will require maybe some damage from the guards or an extra shot to get the kill. The decrew on the pack. Pyo's... Okay, they're retreating. I think it might have been worth sacrificing 1 to jump on top of the pack. It looks like ps3YES trying to focus down the Grenadiers so that none of them can jump on top of the pack. Try and drop them all down to 3 models here, which is a pretty smart idea. Ooh! That was a nasty hit. It's jumped on it. A Grenadier, though. Maybe one that was way out the back. Either way, pretty good engagement for ps3YES. Decrew on the pack, got rid of his veterancy, squad wipe. Turning things around. Keeping already facing this direction. Seems like gardening lelic could kind of do with a Katyusha, honestly. I've seen maybe a little bit of blobbing from the Axis. Katyusha could be a nice punish from both sides, but also maybe has to worry about the Sturm Tiger coming back, so has to be in 2 minds about that. Kind of needs the Su-85 still. Loads of manpower, though, for gardening lelic. Continuously losing control of the cutoff and the fuel point, though. Very slow fuel income for the Allies. Can be hard to find time to... I could maybe send a combat engineer to the far side, build a fuel cache down there as well. Oh, guards on negative cover getting ripped to shreds. Here's this Maxim going. Not sure. T-3485, so they're working well for the Allies. Another one joining in now for ps3YES. Second kitten out for duty finisher as well, as you would expect. Looks like it is going to be the Sturm Tiger stall once again. Oh boy, this one took engine damage. Awkward position. Might need to switch over to prioritized vehicles. TRS is coming in from the side, though. The recon plane up in the air. TRSs do hold back the Panzer IVs for long enough. This back away a little bit further though. It's slightly risky with the recon plane running to be repairing like that on the front lines. Some engine damage on the 85. Did not see what that was targeting, but looks like 5 kills, so probably got the wipe on whatever it was. Penal squad perhaps.
Guards troops ready for action.
Fresh squad of guards for gardening lelic. Oh, the T-34-85, okay.
The enemy is taking what we
I'm
have
going to change up the tactics. I'm going to switch over to the S-35s. The thing about the T-34-85s is, you know, they can be quite successful, but there's just so many opportunities for things to go wrong. So easy for you to accidentally lose them with the S-35, you know, can use the focus sight, see the Sturm Tiger coming in, just blast away at it from long range, very safely, outranging the kittens, more mobile than them. Safer option for sure. 45s kind of encouraged to dive in, and that can go wrong very easily. It's still applying a lot of pressure to this cutoff. Fuel control has been quite poor. Oh, this could be trouble. Oh, well, there go one squad. Double 85s. Get some good damage onto the Sturm Tiger, but now backing out. Here comes another 85, but through the center. Joining Panther 4 instead. Sturm Tiger does get away. A lot of resources for USA. Could also consider maybe putting down some muni caches. Should have ticked up by now as well. Down the tier 4 structure. So we could get that cheaper reinforcement costs. Okay, planes coming in, looking to deter the chase from the double T-34-85s. Is successful in that department. Dash for the center, but they're getting lit up on their way in, and they just get thrown away. Lelic going for the quad to answer these planes, had enough of them. Understandable, you know, there are 2 sets of planes, the recon plane and the anti-tank planes. Makes sense. Lelic has burnt through most of his manpower reserves now as well. Oof. That's 4 getting some nice hits there. And now a Panther, so this is again where the window starts to close for the Allies. The T-34-85s are not going to fare too well against the Panther. It's going to be S-35 could pick away at long range against it. One thing we haven't seen too much this game is mines so far. I don't know if I've seen a single one planted. The Panther, 35 in some trouble. COH2 right there as well. That could also just get sniped off by the Panther as it charges forwards. Luckily, their second 85 is enough to deter the Panther from chasing in any further. Rebuild on the ZIS now from ps3YES to answer the Panther. And 85 is actually getting some pretty good penetration luck. It's the Panther long range. Chasing the squad off the VP. There's 140 remaining. Feeling that pressure. Gets the Katyusha onto the Rakit and decrued just like that. And the other 85 looking to swarm in. Looking for the Sturmpire wipe. Stun, not too much damage onto the 85, but now the Panzer IV swarming in. Should have popped the Blitz here. Now the Panther IV's in some trouble. Turn around. Triple T-34 85s looking for the kill. Bounce, bounce, miss. Gets the kill now. Here comes the Panther though. Doesn't chase in for the low T-34 85. So that works out pretty well for the Allies. I don't think any Blitz used during that entire thing, right? Did use the smoke to try and escape. Secure mode, looking to relieve the VP pressure on the edge. Panther has his machine gun shooting at the plane, so you know it's in the center. Quite safe to do this on the far side. Panther out though for dirty finisher, so it's going to make life hard for the Allies. Ooh, bit of friendly fire on that. Damaging his own fault screen is mainly. That revealed through the center. Gonna go for the Panzer Commander upgrade on that. I'm in two minds about that upgrade on the Panther. Because it's not like with the machine guns you really want to be going toe to toe with PTRS squads with it anyway. At the same point, because they are all PTRS squads, not team weapons, very easy to dodge the Panzer Commander artillery. 45 in some trouble. Looks like he's focusing on the Zis though. Stuns the 85, but still ticking. The Sturmpires can finish the job on it. They're dropping way too fast. Heavy mortar in the 85. Sees that. Heat shells on the Panther. Another T-34-85 for gardening Lelic. A good bit of teamwork here from these two, kind of coming in from the side, deterring the Panther from any chasing. I feel like the Panthers probably have room to play a little bit more aggressively, but it's very easy for me to say that.
Why are you ignoring me?
And we've got perfect sight of the battlefield. With the fog on, it's a different story often.
Reconnaissance flight, ready at your disposal.
Just looking to turn up the VP pressure, capping on the edges. 85 coming out to the side. Throw off a Faust. Pairing up the Sturm Tiger first. Double 85s on the far side with the guards there as well. Elevation there, blocking a lot of those flak shots. Three T-34-85s now. Close range caddy coming in. Two green models down. Speed one on that, and here comes the S-85 now for ps3YES. See if this can turn things around. Putting on focus sight mode, crawling forwards. Panther coming out to the side. Focus sight mode though, he's not really like sweeping with the sight, just focused on this Panther on the far side. Oh, and that's trouble. Doesn't have much support up here. Didn't get Fausted though, and suppressing his own squad. So that means the S-285 should stay safe. Going back in, double T-3485s on the side. Quite damaged. Marked vehicle on the Panther now. 85 coming in, going for a bit of crush action. Pretty good with it too. Shrek squad has to retreat, and so is the Panther because of that. Good crush. 35 coming in from the side. Double packs now from USA. Over in that direction. Storm Tiger back on the front line.
Push your attack. They are down to
50 VPs left. You hear the announcer. Lies in some trouble.
taking fire.
5 getting some damage done.
Stand ready.
There's a Katyusha on the Grenadiers. There you go, the guards. No dodge. Grenadiers dodging forwards, but they take a walloping now, maybe on the return stroke. The 85 actually wipes them both out. That is massive for the Allies. So much infantry dead. Second Panther for USA now. Going for that instead of a rebuild on the Panzer IV. Freed up a bit of pop cap, losing both those Grenadiers. So probably from here needs to go Panther into maybe another squad of Pyros for the repairs. And capping.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Very low on the VPs are the Allies. Won't take much of a mistake for them to lose the game.
Panther has arrived from the fatherland.
Infantry still alive. Didn't have too much with that. So staying on the front lines, trying to prevent decap. And they're taking the marked vehicle. Missing away to safety though. Secure mode from the 85. Not sure what the command tank's doing over there. Caddy onto these double packs. A few more coming down as well. Oh man, they were so exposed for USA. No support at all. Down they go. Machine gun a little bit further back, but double packs killed now perhaps? All Panthers are mobilizing. 85 Vet 3 though, pretty fast. Should be able to get away safely. T-3485s looking to come in from the side.
It's time for action.
Panthers still quite low in health. S-35 rotating around.
Awaiting orders.
She's pretty close to that Vet 2. Kill. He does survive. Ooh, dodges forwards of the rocket. Still 6 models down with that big shot. Nearly Vet 3 on the Storm Tiger now. Aim is being brought in. We have anti-air available this time though, so it won't last long. ps3Y pounding away from the rear. Oh, what was that MG doing so deep into Allied territory there? There it goes. Tiger's got the grenade launch active. That's why he's charging forwards with it here. For some wipes. It's a bit exposed though. T-345 coming in. Axis are capping on the side, so maybe a few points are going to drain from the allies here. I'll just shut down this one though, but not on the right. This T-3485 staying at a very conservative range. Oh boy, ps3Y a little bit exposed, but again, in cold feet. ps3Y survives. Safe and sorry, but does have, you know, the smoke available, can break free of the button quite cleanly. Maybe if he didn't have that, backing away would definitely be the right choice, but I probably would have gone in for it there. Especially when I'm floating like so many resources like this, I can easily go for the rebuild, you know. Oh, that was a nasty hit. Pyro's very low. Allies. Control the VPs again. Did I miss ps3 duty finishes Panther going down? I might have. Tries to fire the Storm Tiger shell onto the mortar, but the building soaks it. Surviving. This troops holding on to the center. T-3485 is threatening to come in from the side. ps3Y blasting away through the center. This Panther is in some trouble. Seems like the allies are just slowly picking the Axis apart. It won't take much of a mistake for them to lose this one though. Looking for the stun. It's just got so much AoE. The stun does come through, but not really doing enough damage to threaten. Do have the Rakit in there though as well. Where's that Panther at? Here it comes now. Slowly knocking down the Shreya HQ with the other T-3485 back there. Panther coming in, but the ps3Y's there as well. And that Panther takes a blasting. Got the Zis in the center also. Marked vehicle on this even. ps3Y chasing. Sides against it with the Rakit in there. Oh, well, there goes the squad. Rakit does survive. But it looks like the Shreya are going to come down for a dirty finisher. Oh, and the squad retreating. It's caught in the crossfire. Has got all three trucks and was saving for the King Tiger anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much that he lost it, but I'm sure he would have preferred to have it. Is that squad down? Now other ones find themselves backs into a corner. Tiger speeding down the road. Look at how fast it is with that vet also. very, very quickly down that road. Doesn't have the best acceleration, but its top speed is quite good. What he was hoping to do with that. Going forwards again, just about finished on the reload. Conservative retreat on one of the guard squads. Now the points are draining fast from the Axis. They're about to tick under 100. Second SU-85 for coming for ps3YES, guarding lelic pretty much at the pop cap limit. Can't get anything else.
Remaining.
Yep, just as they finish planting a mine, KT blows it up. Panthers looking to come in from the side here, then round on the flank. We have a lot of 85s sitting everywhere though at the moment. The Panther's already quite low, but the SU-85 not switching its focus fire. Panther's charging in. Fresh SU-85 though in the base sector. Oh, crucial miss from the Panthers. Bit of a traffic jam, needs to pop the smoke. Popping the blitz now. Oh, but here come the tanks from the center. Panthers, oh, main gun crit on one of them. Heartbreaker for USA. That T345 getting away on nothing. Oh, that's a lucky bounce on the frontal armor from the rear, but all of his tanks completely collapsed. Probably should have popped the blitz there early on the Panthers, tried to get in closer range. Tighten up the accuracy. Yeah, didn't see much smoke utilization there either. Could have come in handy. He's on the far flank. Build on the Panther now from USA. Probably also could maybe afford to pump out just a Panzer IV, because at risk of, if he tries to build two Panthers in a row, having lost the game before the second Panther even comes out. Also could probably do with building maybe like two packs here. Yeah, isn't going to be the second Panther. Oh wow! The King Tiger went down during that also. Oh man, I missed that. It's like action on both sides during that last segment. The finisher also lost the KT and now maybe the Sturm Tiger. Triple T-3485's charging forwards. There goes the Sturmy. That duty finisher has just about nothing left. So a lot of vehicles in the centre for the Allies jamming the capture. Well, that looks like that's pretty much it. Axis going for a couple desperation caps on the edges, trying to drain off those last 17 VPs, but it's not going to work out. Can't get on top of two at the same time. So they're going to end up losing this one. Panther out now. Yeah, already too late to make an impact. Vehicle activated, double 85s. Looking for the kill. Decided against chasing past this building. VP's 1. And that's that. So back and forth game here. Allies getting off to a strong start with a double tier 1. Axis fighting back quite nicely during the medium tank phase. But then late game, Allies taking control. Good preservation of their T-34-85s overall. Maybe some of the Panther plays from the Axis, they maybe had a couple opportunities to dive in and snipe off those 85s. Did not end up doing that. Played conservatively and allowed the Axis to fall quite badly behind in terms of armor. USA. Maybe a little bit lacking in the tank control overall in the late game especially. And Dirty Finisher also suffering quite a lot of losses this game. T-34-85s were hitting hard. Getting some pretty good penetration as well. Fortunately, I didn't see what happened to the King Tiger over here. Looks like it might have taken a ram if I had to guess. But yeah, you have to be careful, you know, when you're up against guard mode. Obviously, you've got the marked vehicle to boost the damage, but then you've got a lot of guards running around as well with a button. That can be very effective against the slow heavy tanks. Especially if you don't have smoke, though. USA did. Didn't see utilization of that too often. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like what game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.